What's up, YouTube family? How's it going? Are you here to help? No? That's alright. Sit back, relax. I'm going to show you how to drop an E30 subframe, how to refresh the subframe. Before we go any farther, let me show you what I've started so far. So what I've begun is, the welding prep for the trailing arms so that we can reinforce the sway bar mounts. And then I've also begun prepping for welding the rear toe and camber adjustments. We got these from CA Tuned. Not sure if we're gonna powder coat, but I think we should powder coat. But before we go any farther, let me show you the first step on how to drop the E30 subframe. So the first thing we want to do is we want to break the nut studs. So what we want to do is we want to remove the lug nuts, or at least loosen the lug nuts. So what I like to do is I like to use an extension. I just don't want to damage the paint on the wheels. So all we're doing here is just loosening the lug nuts. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Okay, because they're torqued somewhere around 84 foot-pounds, 80 to 86, 80, 88, something like that. Before we go any farther, what I've done is this. I like to come in under the frame rail, use a small jack, raise the car a little bit from the front, and then I use my next jack, and I come in, as you can see, and I lift from the rear subframe. You can do it from the jacking point here. You just need a small piece of wood. I had a piece of wood, but it was a little too large, and I didn't want to damage the rocker panel area here. So all we're doing is reducing the tension on the wheel. Okay. So we're just going to remove the lug nuts. Actually, I guess they would be cold. The wheel is loose. Got my Falcon RT 615s. They give a lot of grip. So what we need to do is loosen the axle nut here. I believe this is a thin 30 millimeter. What's up everyone? This is Thomas Donahue from the Driver's Apex. Thanks as always for watching. I really appreciate it. The channel's growing, super exciting. So we're dropping this E30 rear subframe. I'm gonna break these videos up into 5 to 10 minute chunks. I think we're gonna drop them once to twice a week. Should be super fun, super easy to watch. Before we go any farther, I need to go get a socket for the axle nut. So let's go do that. Okay, we've got the socket. It's a 30. There's the axle nut. This is a 12-point Craftsman. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put the tire back on. We're gonna time lapse this. We're gonna do it to the other side. We're gonna put the car up fully, and then we're gonna finish the process to begin taking off the axle nut. So hang tight. Okay, so before we go any further with the shadow, let's see here. What we want to do is there's an axle lock plate, a nut lock plate. I don't know if you can see. We just want to pull these pieces out. That way the axle nut will rotate. So we're going to put the tire back on, and then we're going to try and break free this underneath. All right, so I've already broke loose this axle nut. So this is a 1/2-inch breaker bar. It's a snap-on, 30-inch impact. It does work, or you can use a regular socket. And then I needed to use an extension about that much to break it free. As you can see, it's now freed. So we'll leave it there. Now we need to lift the car this side back up, but we need to do the same on the other side. So repeat on the other side. Okay, so we just finished raising the front and the rear. So long time lapse, but you'll see the time that I put into double checking that to making sure that everything is safe. Your head's under this car, your body's under this car. Triple and quadruple check with these jack stands. I use 6-ton Harbor Freights instead of 3s. I enjoy the safety of a 6. Here we're looking at the pinch welds by the rear subframe. You don't want to mount here because you need to disassemble this section here to drop the rear subframe. So mount the jacks right here. You'll notice possibly in the time lapse that the car was moving kind of left and right. So just making sure that I was secure with the pinch welds here. Same thing up there. You can mount it here if you want. I prefer to mount it right here on the frame rail. Look at that prior annoying damage. One day that'll get fixed. All right, so next thing we're gonna do, take the wheels off. Wheels come off, loosen the axle nut because we've already loosened the axle nuts. We're actually gonna take off the axle nut. We're gonna hop under to the differential. We're gonna remove these 6 bolts, I believe. I can't remember if they're Torx bits. I'll double check. Then we can start removing the axle from the differential and from the hub. Okay. Let's see if I can do this behind the camera. One of the things that we want to do is begin removing these bolts here. These are 8mm, so I've got an 8mm right here. What you want to make sure of is that we fully secure this hex driver, the socket in here fully, that there's no issues that this is going to wobble or move as we pull it, because you don't want to strip this. So I'm just using a 1/2-inch breaker bar, and I'm just going slow. There we go. So I can back that out if it's a small impact. You can see there's a lot of grease and residue here. So all we're doing is just trying to break these loose carefully, slowly. There's no rush. What we want to do is just break this loose. This is to pull the brake rotor off. And we want to stay organized, so let's just put our screws over here. Next, what we want to do is there's a 17 and a 17mm. So we just want to disassemble these 17mm. I disassembled, or I took off this, I believe that's a 19mm. What you want to do is support the trailing arm with a jack, take off the preload, then disconnect. Then you can have, or you can make access to everything back here, which then will make removing the axle a little bit easier. So let's go to a time lapse and show you what's going on. All right, so quick update. So you saw through the time lapse, we're just hanging the brake caliper. We're gonna have to disconnect the brake caliper, stuff like that. It's the only way we're gonna drop the entire subframe trailing arms and then swap with other trailing arms. Remove the brake rotor is over there. Put all the lug nuts, everything else like that. You might see, because this is a one-person job, well, one-person show, is that I have the axle supported by a jack just so that it's going across. And all I'm doing lightly is just tapping out the axle. So let's transition to a time lapse and I'll show you how it's done. All right, everyone, I'm out of breath. It's a one-person show, but I'm showing you, for the most part, you can do this by yourself. There's an axle,
So if you saw in the time lapse or in the video before the time lapse, I used a 1/2-inch extension and a soft blow mallet and just gently tapped the axle out of there. I didn't feel any resistance, anything like that. We're gonna check it, clean it, make sure there's no burrs, stuff like that. This concludes the first chapter of this series. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. If you have any questions, put those in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching.